You won't believe the chaos Kanye West just unleashed. And this time, it's not just about Kim Kardashian. Diddy's name is suddenly in the mix, and their daughter North is stuck in the middle of a drama no one saw coming. It starts with Kanye dropping a surprise track that's got everyone talking, and ends with Kim firing back using legal threats, trademark showdowns, and some seriously eye-opening text messages. If you thought their co-parenting issues couldn't get any wilder, just wait. This might be the biggest blow-up yet. Strap in, because once you hear how these three major names collided, you'll never look at this family feud the same way again. Kanye's latest drop caught everyone off guard. He suddenly released a new track, rumored to be titled "Lonely Roads Still Go to Sunshine," and it's not just another yeah moment. This time, he featured their daughter North's vocals, stirring up a storm of controversy. But the real bombshell? Diddy also appears on the track, even though accusations surfaced recently that have left him under a massive spotlight. Fans are already calling it a risky move, and Kim Kardashian isn't standing by quietly. She's furious that North is involved in something she never approved. And that's where the legal fireworks really begin. Word of North's involvement spread like wildfire, and Kim's response was immediate and deeply personal. She felt blindsided, having worked so hard to keep North's public presence under control, especially in light of Kanye's past outbursts. According to insiders, Kim sprang into action the moment she learned that North's voice was on the track. A cease and desist letter was drafted, warning Kanye to pull the song or face serious legal repercussions. Kim, who's always been protective of her children's images, viewed this as a serious violation of boundaries. But rather than resolving things behind the scenes, Kanye took the confrontation public. He posted snippets of their heated text exchanges on social media, revealing Kim's urgent pleas and formal legal notices. That move fanned the flames, leaving fans to speculate on the real reason Kanye insisted on including North, and whether Kim might escalate the legal battle even further. Ultimately, North remains caught in the crossfire, a child whose parents' feud just went from tense to toxic in the blink of an eye. Beyond the immediate fury over North's vocals, another simmering issue has turned up the heat. Kim trademarked North's name years ago. She insists it was all about preserving her daughter's business potential and guarding her public identity from exploitation. But Kanye saw it differently. He claims he was never given a real say in the matter. This move gives Kim tight control over how North's name can be used, which became a major sticking point once Kanye decided to feature her on the controversial track. Now, the trademark dispute is colliding head-on with the song's release, fueling the broader debate over who truly calls the shots in North's life. Many are wondering if Kim's protective stance might be clashing with Kanye's view of himself as a creative visionary, even when it comes to his own child. The result? A power struggle that's only getting more intense, and a family split wider than ever. Kanye's decision to leak those private text messages was like tossing gasoline on an already raging fire. In the screenshots, he not only vented about North's surprise feature on the song, but he also laid out his frustrations over larger issues, like Kim's control of North's trademarks and the bigger pattern of being excluded from pivotal parenting decisions. Kim, on the other hand, maintained that she was simply acting on previous agreements they'd made back when North was born, intending to keep her daughter's best interests front and center. But to Kanye, it felt like a deep betrayal. Some of the messages showed him questioning why he hadn't been consulted beforehand, and implying that Kim was blocking him from co-parenting. Meanwhile, Kim defended her position by pointing out the legal steps she'd taken to protect North, steps she believes any vigilant parent would take. The public was left sifting through these screenshots, each side seemingly entrenched. Was this really about creative control and personal branding? Or was it a power struggle disguised as concern for North's well-being? Either way, the personal fight spilled out for everyone to see, leaving outsiders debating whether the situation was simply too far gone for a peaceful resolution, and whether North was becoming more of a bargaining chip than a cherished child. Public reaction came in waves, and the intensity was off the charts. The moment news broke that North's vocals had landed on a project associated with someone facing serious accusations, supporters flooded Kim's social media, applauding her move to protect her child. Their reasoning was straightforward. If an adult is under such intense scrutiny, why involve a minor in their work? This camp saw Kanye's decision as reckless at best, exploitative at worst. Still, there was a different crowd defending Kanye's right to parent how he sees fit. They argued that despite any public scandals, he's North's father and should be allowed to decide if she can appear on a track he's producing. People in this group also pointed out how Kim once embraced family publicity when it suited her brand, questioning what changed now that the spotlight feels riskier. Meanwhile, others couldn't ignore the irony. Kanye famously vowed to keep his kids off social platforms and away from unnecessary media exposure, yet here he was, placing North at the center of a controversy for the whole world to dissect. Some fans accused him of using North to score points against Kim, an especially explosive charge when a child's well-being is on the line. And then there was the lingering question: did the alleged collaborator's reputation matter at all to Kanye? Or was this strictly about showing he wouldn't be controlled by Kim's demands? In an era where celebrity feuds often blur the line between genuine concern and attention-seeking spectacle, this particular drama struck a nerve. People who'd normally brush off Kardashian-West headlines stopped to wonder, how far is too far when it comes to parental disagreements played out in front of millions? It became clear that, in the court of public opinion, this wasn't just a music release. It was a full-blown moral dilemma involving a child who never asked to be at the center of the storm. Behind all the headlines lies a bigger story, one that goes beyond this single track or Diddy's controversial involvement. Kim and Kanye's co-parenting tensions have simmered for years, and this latest blow-up is just the most public chapter of a long history. From battles over which school North should attend to disputes about whether she's old enough for social media, every decision has become a potential flashpoint. Kim appears to be building an environment where each of their kids gets some measure of privacy and routine, while Kanye pushes for creative freedom, often in ways that clash with Kim's protective instincts. These issues have surfaced before. Remember when Kanye ranted against North being on TikTok, claiming he never gave permission? Or when arguments leaked about whether the children should visit him during certain tours? Each time, the internet got a front-row seat. Now, with a new track tying their daughter to an artist embroiled in allegations, the stakes feel higher than ever. It's no longer a matter of differing parenting styles. It's a question of safety, ethics, and public perception. Many observers worry that these two megastars may be too focused on winning personal battles to see the long-term consequences for North. Every time Kanye rails against Kim's decisions, or Kim clamps down with legal measures, it drives a deeper wedge between them. And while tabloids eat it up, fans are left wondering if there's any scenario where both parents can align on what's genuinely best for their children. As the feud reaches new heights, some say it's a preview of an even more turbulent phase, one where each parent might escalate, leaving everyone to brace for what comes next. In the end, this saga isn't just about a controversial song. It's a flashpoint in an ever-evolving battle over who really holds the reins in North's life. Kim's stance is clear. She sees herself as the guardian of her daughter's future, drawing legal lines and enforcing boundaries to keep North safe. Kanye, on the other hand, seems unwilling to cede control over any part of his daughter's upbringing, especially when it clashes with his creative vision. The public, meanwhile, is left divided. Some applaud Kim's protective measures, while others believe Kanye should have an equal say, regardless of how turbulent things get. Will these two ever find middle ground, or is their family headed toward an even bigger collision? One thing's for sure, this story is far from over, and North is the one most impacted by how it all plays out. So, where do you stand on this boiling feud? Is Kim right to draw a hard line? Or does Kanye deserve more space to explore his creative instincts as a father? Let us know in the comments. And if you found this breakdown eye-opening, be sure to subscribe for more deep dives into the stories that keep everyone talking.